I think we all know it's here to stay. It might not be here to stay in all of its current iterations, right? But I guess across the board generally, and I understand it varies industry to industry, where are you seeing the biggest money leaks in terms of digital marketing?
I'm, this may not answer your question directly, but it's definitely going to answer the question. The biggest money leaks that I find is not related to AI or spend. It is the funnel system that's broken. Too many companies do not have the right system set to respond to clients in the timely manner, with the right way, with the right setup, and tracking it. I've got an attorney that I work with and been with them for about 9 months. I've trained them and worked with them to get them up and going. We are now tracking attribution digitally, and I'm going to use one of them or two of them: retargeting and PPC. These are two ways that we're running right now inside Google. I have proven that leads are coming in, but I also today went and proved to them that their staff is not handling it properly. So now I'm having to go back in and train the staff and say, hey, I've already trained you twice. This is the third time. No problem. That's what I'm here to do. That's my job. So I'm doing my job. But I said, we've got to make sure that we're catching these people. They looked at their system and they go, oh, well, we've only missed 48. You know what my response was? There's 156. I said, go here and click, go here and click. They went and did that and they go, oh. I'm like, money leak. So what happens is the owners come in and go, hey, I've spent all this money. Where are my leads? And I'm going, again, this also happens to agencies, but a CMO, you're going to kind of see the difference here. The agency goes, well, I've generated all these leads. And the business owner goes, but I have no money to show for it. Well, that's the delta. The confidence gap is in the middle. So the question the business owner needs to ask himself is, what is that money leak? What is the confidence gap that just broke? Because they're telling me this works. So let's just say that they're doing a great job. The agency, they're generating these leads. Let's just hypothetically say that they are phenomenal, the best you've ever had. But they're sending the leads over where? How is this company, how are the people internally handling those leads? And part of that confidence gap can also go to the following. I worked with an HVAC company, and the HVAC company would not admit that they were not handling the leads well. The lead system wasn't the best, and it was generating about 20% volume that was not quality. We were tweaking that. I was working with the implementers to tweak that. However, that 20% grew to about 35 to 40% that they were saying were bad leads, but that wasn't the case. And I only found that out because I took all of the call recordings, plugged it into AI, and asked AI, and I created a prompt that was about 1,500 words, and then said, go, and it output for me, and it told me what it was. And I showed that report to the business owner. He was not very happy with everything. So it didn't go very well. But at the end of the day, I looked at him and I said, hey, would you agree that this is accurate data, whether you're unhappy or not? Does it look accurate? Can you see all my precision points? And he said, yeah. I said, that's all I need to know.